So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can write a great headline. Now, before I get into this, I just want to mention that you've been absorbing a lot of material in this course. And I know that's really great, but at the same time, you might be overwhelmed. You might think, oh, I don't know if I can write a headline now because I just might forget one of the principles he taught me, or I might forget most of them. And what I want to urge you to do is just brainstorm and write down the ideas that you have. And that's because the best way to get better at copywriting is to practice. And actually memorizing the lectures that I've given you is not going to help you that much. And that's because if you keep practicing, you're going to learn these techniques over time, but it's really important that you practice. So I'll give you two examples. One, let's say there's a person that just watches this video course over and over, writes down every single thing, but never practices writing copy. That person's first bit of copy is probably not going to be that good, even if they've memorized every lesson that I've taught in this course. But take for the second example, someone that's just been through this course once, but they keep practicing copy. They keep practicing writing headlines and writing body copy. Well, over time, they're going to be a really effective copywriter because they're practicing. So when it comes to writing a headline, create a list. And on this list, you just want to brainstorm headline ideas and write down anything that comes to your mind. And it's important that you don't judge the ideas that are coming out of your head. And just keep writing them down. And you're going to want to have at least 20 headlines. And once you've done this, do something else to get your mind off copywriting. Do an activity that you enjoy or a hobby. Then, wait until the next day and look at the list then and see which headline sounds the best. And that's a great way to come up with an effective headline. Now again, I just want to reiterate that practice is so important. And the hardest time to start practicing is when you're just starting out. And because that's when the doubts are going to be filling your head, because you haven't really done this for a while. But that's okay. Just keep writing and don't judge your ideas, and you will get better. And soon you'll become a very effective copywriter. Now, let's say that you've done a lot of practicing, you feel somewhat comfortable writing headlines, but you really want to write an effective one for a project you're working on. Well, the best thing to do in this case is to do that process, like I mentioned, writing a list of headlines, but then pick 3 to 5 of your favorites and test them. And if you do this, you may be surprised by which headlines attract the most attention. And what's important is when you're testing is you want to try to keep other factors constant. So let's say that you're selling a Udemy course, for example, and you want to test different titles for your courses and see which one attracts more students. So let's say you test the first headline on Monday and Tuesday, and the second headline on Wednesday and Thursday. Now, that's a good way to test, but it might give you strange results because Monday and Tuesday might be more popular days on Udemy than Wednesday and Thursday. So just using this Udemy example, you would want to test the first headline for a whole week and the second headline for the next week. And that's because you want to keep as many factors constant and only change the headline. That way you'll make sure that if the amount of people that look at your copy changes, it's because of that headline you changed and not because of something else.